Hi, in this video we're going to look at reconciling your bank account. So you can see here on the dashboard that we've got our business bank account set up and there's 28 items to reconcile. We've also got a business savings account, but there's no transactions in that one at the moment. You should be up to this point where there's items to reconcile. If you haven't got any transactions imported from your bank account yet, either by bank feed or by manual importing, then you'll need to go and find the other video that relates to that, because I won't go through that here. So if I click on Reconcile 28 items, now I won't go through all of these reconciliations, there's quite a few here, but I will talk through several main ones. Right, so this top one, Ridgeway University invoice 0035. So we've received money and it's already come up green and it thinks it's matched something. So we've got an invoice. If you hover over that, it will show up sales invoice. We've got 16th of October, payment on the 19th. That sounds fairly reasonable. Ridgeway University, we already know it's Ridgeway University, and reference invoice 0035. And also the values match. So we're pretty sure that that's going to be the right one. So we can just click OK. And that has reconciled the invoice with the bank transaction. Okay, this next one, Truxton Property Management. This is a rent payment. So this is probably something that we will have put into Xero already. And again, it has found something. It's found a match. So 19th of October, payment, Truxton Property. So it looks like this is actually matching with a payment rather than a bill. And you can see that with that little icon there. It says bank transaction. There's an arrow going both ways. So where with the first one, we matched the bank transaction with the invoice, and that will now show as paid. In this one, we're actually matching it with a payment. If I explain that by going to purchases, if we go into awaiting payment, so we'll just click on this one. So you can see under this bill payment, there's an option to make a payment. And that's what will have happened with this one. So all they will have done, or all someone will have done, is made the payment, put the date paid, and said which bank account it will come from. So if we put in business bank account there, then we can add that payment and this bill will show as being paid. So it means we don't have to wait to show a bill as being paid until we do the bank rec. So that's reconciling with this payment. We're happy with that. Smart Agency for 4,500. Now this hasn't matched with anything automatically, but we'll check anyway. Find and match. So we'll just put in here, smart. Okay, so we've actually got two bills here. One's for 2,000, one's for 2,500. So that's why it won't have picked anything up, because it will only look with a single bill. It won't group them in order to try and reconcile them. That'll be up to you. So we're happy with that, so we'll reconcile it. Jacaranda Maple Systems, deposit in advance. Again, we'll just do a quick check and see if there's anything already in the system. You don't need to put the full name in there. You can just put a few letters and it will try and match. Okay, there's nothing already in the system, so we'll cancel out and we'll go to create. So, Jacaranda Maple Systems. So you can see that hasn't shown up yet, which means this is going to be a new client. So we'll add contact and you'll see new there, indicating that it's added a new record to the contact system. What it's suggesting that's a deposit in advance, so that's probably for a new project. So I'm going to have a quick look down here, liability account, income in advance. I can't tell what else that might be, so we'll just say it's income in advance and we'll say Jacaranda deposit. And we'll take, you can change the region and the VAT rate on here as well. So we'll just change that to no VAT because we don't know exactly what it's going to be for yet. And you can set up the region. I'm not going to attach it to any region for this moment, for the moment. And we'll just click OK. Ridgeway Banking Corporation fee. So we spent £15. That sounds like it's bank fees. Now, we've obviously put this one through a few times before because it's actually remembered. So it's suggesting that it might be to Ridgeway Bank, which, yes, I agree. 404 bank fees. We know it's a fee. That sounds fair enough. So I'm going to click OK on that. Cooper Street Bakery. Again, that would more than likely be a create. It sounds like something just off the street. And so instead of matching, because it's unlikely there'll be anything to match with, you'll just create it. 7-Eleven. Now here's a bank rule. If you've got things that go through fairly regularly, and the same thing you can do with bank fees, if you know what's going to show up in the description here, then you can create a rule in order to have this happen automatically. But it won't reconcile automatically. It will always say, this is what I want to do with it. So if you're not 100% sure what your 7-Eleven rule does, you can click on details and you can see exactly what it will post. Miscellaneous corner store, 1/1550. So it will have picked up the 1550 from there. It will have picked up the date from your bank transaction, and everything else it will fill out automatically. So if I cancel out of that, and then I can go, we go create rule. Okay. There's another Cooper Street Bakery, same sort of thing. Swanston Security, 59.55. Now a security invoice actually sounds like it's something that should already be in the system, so we'll just have a quick look. Swanston. There we go, it's already there. 59.54. So there's a penny difference. They paid us a penny more than, oh no, we paid a penny more than we were supposed to. So if we scroll down a little bit, you can see we can make a little adjustment here. So we'll just do minor adjustment, 0.01. And that will have all now gone green. So we can now reconcile that. eBank, now this will be a transfer. So we've only got one other bank account set up, so we'll just do that. And we'll click OK. Now, Central City Parking, who? This, again, like your Cooper Street Bakery, this is going to be probably, okay, this is even a brand new contact. So we've never had a payment go through here before. Parking, add new contact. If we put that in travel, national parking to meet client. We'll put that no VAT. Okay. Right, we've got another parking here, and I'm pretty sure there's actually a few more here. So if I refresh the screen, then we can see that these parking ones have actually picked up that we've done this before. And it's exactly the same information. So Xero has gone, I think that this is going to be very similar to the last one you put in. Central City Parking, Travel National Parking to meet client. I'm happy with that. So we'll click OK. We'll click OK. Again, with the same thing with the bank deposit, it's picked up that I've put something with exactly the same details there, and I've just put it as a transfer. So it's suggesting that that could be the same thing. Parking. So you can see when this is all set up properly, it's actually quite quick. The other one I was going to show you, this one. This is a very strange one. Wit calls, 29.80. We don't know what that could be. We'll just do a quick search in here. Nope. So wit, there's not even a wit in the name there. It's actually picked that up from the reference. So that search will do by name or reference. So cancel out of that. I'm not sure what to do with this. As the bookkeeper for the company, somebody's obviously made a payment there that I don't know what it is. I haven't seen an invoice, I haven't seen a receipt. So I will put in there discuss. What is this? Save. Don't forget to save it because that will disappear if you don't save it. So that works both ways. Up here we've got, this is for an old invoice, I wasn't sure where to code it. That sounds like it's come from the business owner, and that's asking for advice from a bookkeeper or accountant. So you don't need to reconcile everything, you can just leave little notes there for other people that use the software or for your support team. So that is pretty much all of them that I wanted to show you. Everything else. So you can see here, most of these say okay now. So I can just go down. Okay. All you need is a cursory glance just to make sure that what it's suggesting is actually what it is. But if you get it wrong, you can go to bank statements. No, you don't. You go to account transactions and you can see everything that you've reconciled. So if you go, I've changed my mind about the central city parking. Then if you go options, unreconcile. Okay. And then we can go back to our bank account. Dum-de-dum. Reconcile. And then where did that parking one go? Might be on the next page. There we go, Central City Parking. In this case, it's gone green because although we removed the connection between, when we created it, we created the transaction in Xero, but when we removed the reconciliation, we didn't remove the transaction, all we did is remove the connection. So if we go back to match, we can see that's actually now a payment, so it's now reconciling the payment. So I think that's just about everything on reconciling your bank account. I hope you found that useful, and if you've got any questions, please write them in the space below this video. Thanks, bye.